Yesterday I had a match, 2000 versus 2000 points, with a friend of mine with his Necrons. He's currently learning his army. I am a noob myself, so it was a nice match. I tried some new things. He learned a few things about his army. So let's get into it. First of all, I basically won. We stopped at the beginning of my fourth turn, the second turn of the fourth battle round. We stopped at, I think, if we counted my take and hold objectives, I would have 44 points. He stopped at a little bit less than 20, but I had destroyed most of his important units, characters, vehicles, and etc. He had like 4 or 5 units with warriors and some immortals. He's building his army at the moment. He's waiting for his Silent King. So this will be a nice match when he got his. So let's start with our army. First of all, I want to talk about something that I was trying for some time now to do. I wanted to try the Sigurian Devastators and most importantly the Grav Cannon, because everybody's taking the Grav Gun. Everybody's taking the last cannons. The anti-vehicle 2 of the Grav Gun was very tempting to me. But to tell you the truth, I am. If you will see in future videos that I'm trying to save some money, maybe out of principle at sometimes, and I didn't want to pay like 50, 60 euros for 3 Sigurians, so I was waiting to see what would happen with the Saturnine Terminators. I was very lucky to share a box with some friends, and effectively I got 6 Saturnine Terminators and their leader. I haven't made him yet for just 55 euros. These models are absolutely fantastic. They are very beautiful. They are 50mm base. They are very close to Sigurian sizes. Apparently this is the Grav Gun, this is the missile launcher, although I am currently waiting for a friend of mine to 3D print something that I designed that will go over here, and we'll have a Death Watchy flare. I like the scheme that I got. I'm not a good painter yet. I just can get them to a battle ready status. Maybe, hopefully in the future my models will be better. Let's see what they did. I got them in reserves. This is my response. This is my solution to the problem that they are very slow. So I have them in reserves, strategic reserves, and I get them in from the side, second or third round. An important note is it was a very small battlefield. We didn't have the comfort of having a full-size table, although we were 2,000 points each. And we had the twist with the night battle, where effectively everyone has lone op 18. All guns are capped at range 18. So I stormed the mid board. By the second round, everything I had was on no man's land, apart from 5 veterans and a Watchmaster back in my home objective. So I brought them, I think, second turn from the side, and effectively they killed his Dumark. They killed his tripod thingy's Doom Cannon thing. And they endured through a skirmish with Scarabs and Immortals, and kept the objective, the right objective as I see it from my point of view. They did fantastic job. I took 6 Grav Gun, grenade launcher. Yeah, I think I said the missile launcher earlier. It's grenade launcher. This is a staple for me from now on until I see if they have some problem. I did give them sustained hits at some point, although I think they didn't actually need it. They were doing like 15, 20 wounds easily against those big units, those big vehicles. And I want to try them a bit more. Now, another staple of our armies, of course, are the Deathwatch Terminators, and since I didn't have a lot of luck with them the few past games I had, I only took one 5-man squad. This is the one I have with the Cyclone Missile Launcher. I got a 5-man squad with 3 Cyclone Missile Launchers and 2 Terminators, sorry, with the Shield and the Hammer. Why I got this this choice? Well, there was a battle I had like a couple of months ago with a friend of mine with Death Guard, and I know Death Guard because I actually have a second army which is Death Guard. Long story, I will tell it at some point, and I will present this army also. So this this army of his had, of course, blow drones like every Death Guard, and unfortunately, I had his blow drone with its D6 plus 3, if I remember correctly, attacks. Have 6 successful wounds against my 5 Terminators, which was the squad I had without the shields. They had just storm bolters, the other 2 ones. And unfortunately, out of the 6 wounds he did, or 7 was, I missed the save on 5 of them. Of course, it was a very unlucky roll. And as they are flat 3 damage, they just killed all 5 of my Terminators. Now, the shield gives another wound. So this 4th wound is very good against tough units with 3 flat damage. So they have to do a second attack to kill your shielded Terminators. So in that case, I would have at least 2 Terminators left with Cyclone Missile Launchers. Let's talk about the Cyclone Missile Launchers now. I think they were the one that got the final blow on Ekatan Nightbringer. If you play correctly their Cyclone Missile Launcher, they can both go against semi-heavy. Maybe if you punch up, if you wound up some heavy unit with their high strength. Of course, they don't fire a lot. It's like I think 2 of them only. I believe it was the turn I had taken lethal hits, so that helped. But also, it's let's say anti-infantry, the multiple. The frag profile of the Cyclone Missile Launcher is also very good, because if you put anti-infantry 2 on it, you have 2d6 for 3 Cyclone Missile Launchers, so basically you have 6d6, and if you have sustained, like I had at that round, I passed like 20 wounds, I believe, in a warrior's unit, so I decimated it in one activation. And you know how Necrons can be very, very, very annoying if you don't kill them with the first activation. Now, let's go to one of our greatest staples. They are all magnetized, so I won't be trying to get them all. As you can see, we have 2 Indomitor kill teams. I have the first one I had with the somewhat purple scheme. I had tried to put some teeth like Carcharodons, but the second one I actually found something very interesting online, and I created this. I mixed it with another helmet. It had this Carcharodon helmet. I think this is the heavy bolter that I just kit bast. This is not the original one out of one of the heavy intercessors boxes I got. Another nice addition was the Minotaur heads on some of these. And what I'm quite proud of, I mean, we are Deathwatch, so We like the Xenos weaponry, although we don't like Xenos. So how about Eradicators with some Immortals, Necrons weapons? This is supposedly the Melta. And I don't know if it works. We use their heads as batteries. Yes, we're a bit savage. For multi-melta, I had a dude actually crush two of these weapons together. I don't know if it shows any better. And he's about to plug the head as a battery. So this is the multi-melta. Now, I really love the Entombed Kill team. They're staple. I run them, as you can see, with two heavy bolt rifles, two heavy bolters, the three Eradicators, two Melta, one multi-Melta, and the aggressors, three aggressors with the frag storm grenades and the boulders. I haven't used the flamethrowers. I'm very satisfied up until today with this loadout. Many people prefer to take another three heavy bolt rifles instead of the aggressors. I keep them because I like their power fists when the unit is cornered in melee, because it adds a lot of lethality. Actually, it adds a lot of survivability because you can punch back with three units with twin linked power fists, with three attacks, 8 strength. They become very good at melee as well. Only one of the Entombed kill teams had a captain. This is another one of my kit basses. I had a spare Gravis armor, heavy intercessor, so I put some bits I had. I actually had a second Terminator captain, so I took his cape. I actually made him a Terminator chaplain. And so I have this Gravis captain. He has the power fist and relic blade combo. I actually used him with his mastercrafted weapons yesterday, and to tell you the truth, I didn't like it. I will go back to this WYSIWYG after all, with the fist and the blade. I like it. It's I painted a bit and I have left it there. It needs to be finished to have some more paint on it at some point. All in all, at the end, I think he had survived, or he died at the last moment. Yeah. Both my Indomitor kill teams were effectively annihilated by the end, but they actually earned their points in objective holding, in destroying other units, and effectively acting also a bit like a distraction card effects of sorts. Because this friend of mine knew how hard they are, and he generally targeted them a lot. So they did their job, I believe. Now, let's go to a singular little miniature. My lieutenant with Kobe weapon, as you can see, also a heavy kit bast unit. This one has an orc head instead of the Tyranid carapace. I went a little overboard with his Kobe weapon when I was building it. Okay, this looks actually like an orc weapon more than a marine's weapon. He's a very stable unit. He did his job. He took an objective. He messed around a bit with some Necrons. He died a hero around the third turn. I have seen him be played very, very well by a friend with Dark Angels, and he was very lucky in picking the right objective for his ability. So actually, this lieutenant can do a lot of stuff. It's a great character. Most people should get one. I actually have a second one for bigger games. I'm actually discussing about the 3,000 points game. I'm seriously thinking about taking a second one. Now, let's talk about our only heavy on the list. which is semi-heavy. Now, I know, yes, this is a Vengeance from the Dark Angels. It's a kit bust into a Thunderstrike. You can see the last cannons where previously there was a third figure. I have put this little plaque with Deathwatch writing. I actually have an STL I have created with a small plaque where you can cut off parts. I have done it with my ballistas very successfully. I will show it to you sometime. It's quite WYSIWYG, as you have the Storm Fury missiles. Of course, if you can see, I don't know where they're coming from, but they are here. We have the anti-air weapons, the Icarus, and we have, of course, you can say that this is the Icarus and this is the Storm Fury missile, and the last cannon. So it is a proxy, but it is quite WYSIWYG. I believe I have put it in the right base. So what this did, apart from punching up the wounds, which is the reason we take we take in Deathwatch, Mark Hedel, our hero in Deathwatch, actually won an event, Road to Nova 2025, I believe it's called, in Virginia, taking a second Storm Speeder, although that was not... this is the Thunderstrike, there's the Hellstrike, I don't remember what... that was the third one, that I believe it gave... basically, it stripped benefit of cover from units. I want to see this battle, so I want to see how he used it. It's a very nice model. It helped. It actually helped my Devastators, my Saturnine Terminators posing as Centurion Devastators a bit. He actually helped other models do some damage, and that was the fun part. I actually had it down to 5 wounds. I knew that next turn he would die, so I just charged a Necron unit. It's that little dudes like floating Centurions. Not a very tough unit, but with a nice weapon, so I knew that at least I could maybe make him lose, a shooting turn. But I thought I could use the tank sock stratagem. And out of the 9 dices I threw for 9 strength, 9 toughness of the Thunderstrike, it actually wounded 8 times. It was, I think, 2 5, like 3 5s and 5 6s. It was devastating. That was a very, very lucky roll on my part. Yeah, so I don't, I don't brag about it a lot. Now, let's go to another unit that I have turned into a staple for my country, and these are our Incursors. Yes, I know the Incursors are not the kill team, they don't benefit by our mission tactics. You could possibly give them adaptive tactics or up and down, but you don't need that. You get them on the field, you scout them ahead, and you just point at something, you hopefully pass at least 1 hit, and now this thing has +1 to hit rolls for your army, against it. And this is another one, another buff that I regularly use for my armies. Yes, this was one of my first models. I didn't know about the bases and how strict all these rules were, so I did this thing with the Hayward Mine. Up until now, no one has complained about it, but of course, if I ever go to a tournament, I will try to remove it, or actually I have some other Phobos armors, so I guess I could take these instead of that. They did their job. They did their job, that they did. And they actually lasted a deal. The last one of them actually was killed on turn, on battle round 4. And I think a Scarab swarm detonated on him or something like that. Very nice unit, only I think 80 points. It's a crime not to take them. Now, let's go to our big protagonists, usually. our Deathwoods veterans. As you can see, I have primarized my veterans. It's a funny story because I started back in October 2024. I didn't know anything about Firstborn. I didn't even know Deathwoods was not an army at the moment. So one of the first boxes I got was one Deathwoods veterans box. I tried to strip them of the paint because I had done a very bad job. It didn't work out. I had some intercessors lying around, so I started hit busing them and effectively primarizing them before it was cool now with the impending two-board kill team. So I have 15, actually have 17 in total, and I have some bodies that I want to turn so I can have at least 20 available. So I played them in one team of 10 and one team of 5. The team of 5 was there with the Watchmaster, another kit bus that I actually am really proud of. Of course, the paint job is not very good. This is actually, if you can tell it, a custodian's body with a nice Deathwoods centric, Deathwoods themed power fist. Of course, a Necron head for a skull for a skull servo. The usual weapon of the Custodes, and I think I have put a Deathwoods Veterans backpack here, and I don't know if it goes very well. You can see the Deathgineers 3D printed insignia here. Now, I actually left the Watchmaster back with those 5 veterans. They were mostly melee. He had the Thief of Secrets. I know you will say, why leave him behind when he has the advance and charge and suit, and you gave him the Thief of Secrets. Yeah, this is something that I want to work out, if it's actually, if I can save off some points by not taking him. Because up front, or if I put something else on the back line, I hadn't thought about it very good. But he did some job. I got deep striked at some point by melee heavy focused unit from the Necrons, and although they charged and they killed some of the 5 veterans, but then in one fight back I killed all of them. I had taken with me, I think, 2 sealed, 2 Thunderhammers, and a surgeon with Xenophase, I think, yeah. Now, the 10-man squad was actually a trick that I tried, and it didn't pan out a lot. It didn't give back a lot, although it was the unit survived until the end without even one casualty. It just didn't what I was expecting to do, out of luck, not because the unit was not good. I actually tried for the first time such a mixed shooting and fighting unit. I took 2 heavy bolters. I took 2 Infernus bolters. Let me see, because I always forget about the Infernus heavy bolter and the frag cannon. Yeah, okay, I have to be precise. I actually took 3 seals with power weapons, 2 Thunderhammers, 2 frag cannons, 2 Infernus heavy bolters, and the sergeant had the Kobe weapon and the Xenophase blade. And of course I had the, yes, this is my Judiciar. This is a chaplain body with a river head, a Terminator hand with arm with the Xenophase blade, and a Deathwatch veteran's backpack. I like this model. I actually love him. This little bugger. He had the Beacon Angelis enhancement, so he could deep strike. I rapid increst him turn 2. I was hoping for heroic intervention, but my friend decided to charge with his Catan Nightbringer. My Indomitor killed him, one of them, and not the Terminators that were close to this team, so that I could, heroically intervene. And with the Judiciaries fights first, I would take the first fight, so I could I could have brought down the Catan without it doing a lot of damage. This is actually a nice trick that I hope I will try it again and maybe see if it works. You rapid ingress them when you see that your opponent is about to charge another unit of yours, and when they charge this unit, you do your heroic intervention with them. So you charge into them, and since you have fights first and you're the defender, effectively, despite that you charged, you get to fight first. And with the Judiciary, even without Thief of Secrets, the two Thunderhammers and a Xenophase Blade and three power weapons, there are few things that you cannot, greatly injure and destroy a lot of other models. I mean, you don't have to have all four the Thunderhammers. I would probably take all 400 Thunderhammers. I just didn't have enough models for it. All in all, they didn't do that much, but they survived until the end. They did something. They earned their points. They weren't destroyed. They were there for actually the Watchmaster kept for all 4 rounds the home objective. The Judiciaries team also managed to stay alive and keep the left, as I'm seeing from my perspective, no man's land objective. So they were quite useful. I know that it was a match with a lot of things in favor of me. I had a very good dice. My opponent doesn't know his army yet, and actually he hasn't fully created a very viable army because he's still collecting units. He's barely into 2,000 points. So I believe that when he gets his Silent King and starts learning about his army a lot better, he will give me a more, tough fight. I don't think I have forgotten someone. Oh yes, Job of Ectoclades on the Gravis Captain, but I think I actually forgot to use it mostly. It wasn't a matter of not using it because I didn't find a use. I think I forgot it. I did use the rounds that we have at some point. Second turn, as I had already put my Indomitor Kill Teams midfield, I gave them the rounds that allow you to. Oh no, sorry. I actually gave them with I think with um, the adaptive tactics. I gave them both lethal hits without having to spend my all units, all kill teams mission tactics ability. So I gave them lethal hits in turn 2. They did some damage on various units. They brought down some stuff. Yeah, they did their job, and it's very important for us to remember those stratagems, the adaptive tactics that can give our mission tactics abilities to a unit that is not Deathwatch. It's very important when you have a heavy one, and of course the rounds on one kill team. When you have the anti-infantry 2 and the monster 5 for great monsters, it's better to have 5 instead of 6. The AP -1, the Assault and Ignore cover. These are all tools that we have to use, as well as the up wound and the +1 hit roll from the incursors. I do believe there are other synergies that you can have with, of course, because of the the Gravis captain, and his ability to take one minus one to minus one CP to some stratagem you use on them. So, all in all, this was my first quasi battle report. Hopefully, more will come in the future. And until then, have some nice dice.